Hello, be very welcome once again to As Above, So Below. So today we are here reunited to talk about this very kind of, I don't know, this is kind of a quirky and flirty, and people see this often like a very talkative influence over love because right now, until the beginning of the month of May, we're going to have Venus in Gemini. So, Venus in Gemini, you are associating two different energies. Venus rules Libra and also Taurus, but in this case, in Gemini, is kind of like it has this kind of duplicity and this very indecisive energy. The good thing is that we often think a lot about what we want to say to the ones we love, or the way we communicate when we are in love. So, and because we are in pre-shadow um, this pre-shadow phase, because Mercury will be retrograde in 2 days in Taurus, we are trying to assess right now what are the words that we must use, or otherwise suspend the communication with some people in our lives. Okay, so this is going to be, I thought that I was going to make a couple of weeks ago a kind of a theme spread about Venus in Gemini, but I I think that during the last week I acknowledged that this was a little bit deeper than only talking about Venus in Gemini. So this is going to be Venus in Gemini inspired, and the tarot spread is going to be the same that I announced in Instagram, but I'm going to make this a timeless reading because we are going to talk about things so important as what is love for you guys, what or who you are when you are in love, or who can you align the things that you feel and the things that you say, okay, in a particular time and space. So you have these three options as usual. We have the first one, and this is the very amazing, and I think it's out of circulation, but it's this amazing oracle by Sylvie Bress. And these are the three cards that I've chosen. I don't want to have any trigger warnings right now, because I want you to choose only because of the beauty that are that are these cards. I was not going to choose different things for this one. Okay, I just want you to concentrate on the aesthetics of these cards and then choose the one that you relate the most. So the first one is L'amour, love, number 6. The second one you can choose is number 19, Le mariage céleste, the heavenly matrimony. And finally, the 36, I think this is my favorite card of the deck, is the soulmate, l'âme sœur. So this is number 1, number 2, and number 3. So let's get on to it. And I'm going to use three decks. I'm going to use the sexual magic deck on for the entire reading, as well the Rider-Waite, and for further clarifications I'm going to use the crystal deck. Okay, I may use the blue oracle as well for several messages, but let's get it started. So first and foremost, we have this card here. This looks like the traditional lovers, the number 6, Gemini energy. Venus in Gemini is like this kind of indecisive. We have so many options on the table that we cannot make any decisions right now. So I'm assuming that perhaps you have more than one connection going on, or you're trying to make a decision about something right now, Currently today is the eclipse, the solar eclipse in Aries, and with a new moon in Aries as well. So we are currently having this, this beginning, we are starting something, but this time it's about ourselves. That's why, I think these kind of spreads are interesting, because it's not about how the other person feels as much as how you can work with the elements that you've got by yourself. Okay, self-love is the most important thing, so that's why I'm trying to make a spread about communication, love and communication, just like Cat Power. I love that song. I think I'm going to that's going to be the title for this spread, love and communication. That's it. So this is the first one. Let's get on to it, because this is a real, this is a vibe. This card over here, this looks exactly like the Lovers. So let's put this on here, or in the middle, because this is how I organize the spread. So the first card that I'm going to take from the deck is going to be your core energy, and this is going to be about 6 cards, 3 cards from on the left and 3 cards on the right. So this first one is your core energy right now. Okay, the second one is what is love. Now, I was designing this spread and I was I was humming what is love. So shout out to Hathaway. That is an absolute classic of European dance music. And the third one, who am I when I'm in love? So this is 1, 2, 3. And then we have number 4 right here. How do you express your feelings? How can you align your words with your emotions? And the last but not the least, what is the outcome of this particular transit? Okay, so are you ready? In the back of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune, Roda de Fortuna in Portuguese. So let's get it on to it. This is going to be so interesting. Just let me kind of handle these. Ooh, these. Whoa, okay. Yes, I think you are working on yourself first. First of all, I hope you can see the cards as well as I do. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a natural evolution. We have a working card, something that you are working on yourself, and you are ending something. So your core energies right now is that you are working on something. You are working on yourself and your value. And I'm saying this because on the the last cards, the 6th card, and because this is Gemini and we have 6 cards over here, what is the outcome? And it could be a Gemini. I'll have something, Gemini rising, something like that. We have what is the outcome of this transit, and the outcome is independence, emotional independence, and being capable of fulfilling your needs. What is love for you? This is kind of tricky because we have the Hangman, and perhaps you are having, perhaps most of your love life, and who are you when you are in love? So this is kind of burden. Love is a burden in your life. Perhaps you are an workaholic and you're always working. Are you a Capricorn or Virgo or Taurus? Because this is quite an intense spectacle over here. You are something that is quite burdened. Perhaps you feel that you have to take on everybody's chores. You can be a Pisces as well, or a Virgo, because you're trying to take, the pain out of, any situation, and that it's not good for you. So love for you is kind of like a sacrifice. Love for you is kind of a sacrifice. Okay, 1 card over here and 1 card over there. And this is all, flipped out. But either way, we have the Judgment over here. Perhaps you are waking up to something. and we have the Queen of Spades, and the Queen of Swords, and we have the Ace of Cups. Oh yeah, you love to be in love, but frequently love for you is a burden and a sacrifice. So you feel the need to give onto every single thing that is asked. As I feel that you are cutting so many people of your life, and you're focusing on yourself right now. This is really interesting. I'm just going to take another one from the Crystal Tarot over here. Whoops! And they wanted to fly. These cards wanted to fly right away. And we have the Hierophant and Nine of Chalices, but let me... You want one of your wishes, so we have the Hierophant and we have the Nine of Chalices. It just means that you want something, you want your needs fulfilled and you want an association with someone. But first, I feel that you are, woo! Oh my God, again, the Four, and we have, and this fell over here. You seeing this? Eight of Pentacles, with the Eight of Pentacles. This is crazy, okay? This is a sign. You're really trying to focus on your roots. You want to edify something with someone, so you are, you are working your ass off on yourself, Perhaps there are issues you want to work on yourself first, but you feel that you don't have what it takes right now to sustain a relationship and, be together with somebody, Hold on a second. A card for the Ace of Cups. Yeah, the Two of Cups. And we have the Magician. I feel that you are trying to be fair. Yeah, you're trying to be fair with, you can even be in a connection or a relationship, but this feels like a burden. You're trying to manifest a new take on this relationship, or you're trying to manifest something in the future. Okay? But the thing that I'm seeing is you are focused completely on yourself, so you can achieve these 10 of Pentacles. Okay? And perhaps you're trying to work something on yourself as well, because you have to have boundaries. You cannot be, feel that you have to give in completely and you have to change your whole life, And then you feel the need to cut off everyone in your life, because we have the Queen of Swords, we have Justice, and then we have the Five of Pentacles, because you feel you have nothing else to give to the other person. So let's move on to the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, how do you express your feelings? You are quite passionate, aren't you? And I feel like this is like a crash and burn, all the stars explode tonight kind of thing. We have, the Knight of Wands is kind of this energy of wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You go right to the point. You chase the person even. But this, this ends up real soon, because people usually perceive this need that you have to give everything that you've got, and you get burnt easily. I have this 10 of Wands, and I feel that you are learning from your mistakes right now, pile number 1, because we have the Hangman over here, and the Hangman is all about giving up to the other person. This is not having boundaries. This is burdensome. This is tiring just to look at these cards. I'm getting, sad and tired at the same time, because you feel you have so much love to give. You can be an Aries as well, or a Leo, or you have this Mars in, very passionate Leo or Sagittarius, because you feel that you have so much to give. Okay, so how can you align your words with your emotions? Is being consistent with your actions. So it's not, it's perhaps, dropping a volume a little bit, not gaslighting, because this is a kind of a card of gaslighting. This is not the Six of Wands, but either way, it has this kind of energy wanting to conquer someone. So you have to drop a little bit the volume. And and I feel that this kind of energy, this is not presenting any sort of illusion. We don't have the seven of cups over here, but these cards send to me the vibration and the energy of someone who invests quite easily and very passionately in more than one situation. Okay, so you can have like trying and perhaps you have the past or the near present, trying to conquer a lot or many people at the same time. Okay, because this gives me heavy Gemini energy, really. So the thing that you must do is to align and be more consistent with your communication, not being invasive or too much, this stress as gaslighting or something like that. I love you, I love you, I love you, and people feel that need and that urgency and feel that perhaps you're not the person they should be with, because it's all too fast. Perhaps you pass from the Knight of Wands and and then, well, I love you, the Two of Cups, and then now this is a marriage situation out of the blue. So you have to be consistent and give time. And every time that something fails or you perceive that something is failing, because perhaps your vision of how you will fall in love with the person that you will be with in a relationship is like, okay, I met that person, I fell in love, now we're going to get together or get married or whatever. So every time something is glitching or failing, you immediately step from this Knight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles to this Five of Pentacles. No, this is not for me. This is not going okay. This is a burden. I gave too much. That person gave me nothing. Of course, because they were on the early stages, or perhaps, you gave too much and you weren't giving the space or the specific space to the other person to express themselves. Okay, so that's it. In the end, what's the outcome of this particular transit is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is amazing because I feel that you are quite attaching of this energy. Okay, you're using this energy to put on yourself. Okay, so I'm going to take 3 more cards, but the Norbert Losch is going to be just fine for this one. 3 cards for the Nine of Pentacles. 3 cards for the Nine of Pentacles, please. So we have the Four of Wands, we have the High Priestess, and we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, the Sun. You are stepping, you are evolving, okay? Because I feel that you are saying goodbye to certain kind of patterns. It's like, I fell in love, I'm in a relationship, now I want to manifest something different. And I feel that you are trying to tame this energy, this fire energy that you have in building something. Okay, in building something for yourself. You see this? I felt that the previous things that you built weren't they were built on perhaps, and we have the Seven of Wands in here, and that's the energy, is from going to amazing to awful. You see? From the Seven of Swords to the Seven of Wands, and all the anxiety associated with that. Perhaps you are building a family and now you're stepping out of the social scene, and you're being more consistent with your feelings and the way that this is not, no, you don't have to tell anyone how you feel, and you're being, you have to be really cautious and cut everyone from your life. It's not that. It's being more consistent to actually taking the time to assess what the other person is feeling. You are not alone in a relationship, and no, you cannot love for the both of you. Okay, so let's take 3 cards in the end. 3 cards. Okay, We have duplication, what I told you. We have work. And we have the guy, number 33, with festivities. This is amazing, you know, because this sends me the message that you are acknowledging that, you know, loving for both of, for the two of you. If when you are in a relationship, it means that you are not giving the value, the value, the value that you should be giving to the other person's feelings. It's just like, it doesn't matter, I want to be in a relationship, and perhaps you are acknowledging that about yourself, and then, you know, that's why you felt burned, because you are putting and you are doing all the things that, you know, two people should be doing in a relationship. Okay, so that's it. You are dealing with this duplication and the frustration of, you know, the last years, and you're working on yourself, and you are letting, you know, 30 number 33, you're letting love be your guide, you know, and you're trying to be more consistent with the value that you have to, you know, have a family or be together with someone on the long run, and, you know, trying to manifest this energy, this fire and passionate energy in a healthy way. Okay, so that's it for pile number 1. Let's go to pile number 2. Okay, just a second. This was amazing, really, really amazing. So the next one is going to be number 19. So for me, this is number 19. This is so beautiful because this is yin and yang combined. This is feminine and masculine energy balanced, you know. It's not, the first one is more about the duplication of someone and trying to balance an energy, a specific energy. For me, this is unity. This means unity. And whether this is the unity that you feel inside yourself, or this could be the unity or a new life with someone. Okay, because we have 1 and we have 19. 1 plus 9 is 10, and 1 plus 0 is 1. So numerologically speaking, this is the card of unity, and that's why this is heavenly matrimony, because this is the marriage of the soul. Okay, this is two souls intertwined, recognizing one single energy. So let's go to now, and we're going to put this here, right here, just like we've done, you know, in the last pile. And I'm going to shuffle the cards. Whoops, we have the King of Wands. Oh my God, this is really the energy of the Venus in Gemini. Everybody has something to say. So I'm going to drop 6 cards, and I'm going to tell you what each one represents, okay? Because this is a very specific tarot spread inspired in Venus in Gemini energy. So the first one is your core energy, okay? This is your core energy. Number 2 is, what is love for you? I was saying in the first pile, this is for me, this is the headaway question. What is love? The third one, who am I when I'm in love? Okay? And now we have the second part, that is card number 4. How do you express your feelings? Number 5, how can you align your words with your emotions? And last but not least, number 6, what's the outcome of this specific transit? And today is April 19th. We're going to have a solar eclipse and new moon in Aries. So this is all about ourselves and the way that we feed ourselves love, and the way that we communicate that love to ourselves and the people that are around us. So we have judgment over here. You are waking up to something, and this is so beautiful because this is exactly the same thing, you know. And we have Judgment. You are waking up to something over here. So let's turn all around all the cards, as I usually do. Whoa, lots of vases. And a Three of Swords. And in the same position, the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Wands that wanted to come out to play. This is hilarious, okay? So let's just sink into these energies, and I'm going to take some, you know, some clarifications from other decks, specifically, sorry, this tarot deck that is Sexual Magic deck. So your core energy is conflict, guys. I'm not going to lie. Your energy appears just like the Seven of Wands. Are you in conflict with other people? Are you in conflict in a relationship? Because this is not the Five of Wands. This is the Seven of Wands. This is not internal conflict. This is the internal conflict that spreads real thin into your, into your real life, and it gets in your relationships and makes you feel frustrated with other people. I feel that you are kind of like a really idealistic person. You really dream high, and you want to achieve and you wanted people to, this screams, number 11 in numerology for you guys, that there are water signs just like Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, or even Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is a very, or Libra as well, because we have the Ace of Spades in here, and what is love for you is truth. Who you are when you are in love, you are love. Okay, so I feel that you have these high ideals, and you do not want to lower your standards. This is what I'm healing. So perhaps you are really, you're really into platonic relationships, and perhaps you had lots of platonic relationships during your whole life, because you really project this really high persona of the person that you are in love with. It's just like being in love with love, and perhaps you don't see the person for who or she is, but by the thing that you want to project in that person. It's more like that. It's more like you project yourself on some issues. Perhaps you are even bounded with that person through their trauma or similar things they have with you. So you right away acknowledge, well, that person is going to be perfect for me. You're not seeing the person. You're seeing the issue, the problem, the traits, that personality traits that you really would like to accomplish, and that you feel that you would like to be. I'm hearing that song. I just love that song. And most people don't love this kind of post-grunge kind of pop anthems, and I just love this. This is by New Horizon, and it has that that chorus. He's everything you want. He's everything you need. He's everything inside of you that you wish it could be. He says all the right things at exactly the right time, but he means nothing to you when you don't know why. So I feel that you kind of project your own personality into people. So this is quite specific. If this doesn't fit with your idealistic style and romantic, because you're quite a romantic, aren't you? What is love for you is truth. Who you are when you're in love is love. This this should be the blueprint for everyone that is in love, but it's not. Okay, so love has many faces, many points that we should work on, because love is not only about feeling, it's a choice. You can love someone but not be with that person, and choose not live with that person. You understand what I'm saying? So this is kind of really idealistic thing to do, and that's why perhaps you're not seeing the reality, that you end up being in conflict with other people. Okay, because something's got to give. You have to give something in return, just not the projection or the illusion, because perhaps you have so many things in your chart, in Pisces, or square Neptune, Venus square Neptune, or Neptune in opposition to your sun. Perhaps you have this kind of really mystic perception of the world. And even I consider myself a mystic, but well, hello, I have a stellium in 10,000. I have Venus in Capricorn. I'm quite down to earth when it comes to love. I feel I don't go gaga over love, but either way, it's just like, okay, this is not for me. Love, it's not for me, because I dream of a real high state of mind, body, place, soul, everything in between. You are really connected to a person when you meet that person, but soon you start to dream very high, and you get really disappointed real soon. Just like pile number one, I feel that there is a projection, but although pile number one is way more, they're working on themselves, I feel that you're trying to own your emotions and your desires right now. Okay, I'm going to take a card for your core energy, and well, I'm not going to use this deck, I'm going to use this one, the crystal deck. Yeah, oh shit. You are in conflict with yourself. Why are you in conflict with yourself? Because of the Hangman and what? And the Hermit. You are soul searching, and you are transforming, big time changing. And the Hierophant with the King of Spades. You're trying to be more objective and more clear about what are your intentions in love, because you are in conflict and in pain with yourself. How do you express your feelings? Through pain. I feel that you have been really hurt in the past. You are really sensitive. Perhaps you are an artist or someone that is connected to the arts, and you have these really high ideals. Have really high ideals, and you are trying to, okay, I have to change. I have to make this soul searching and change, and be a little bit more detached, more clinical, more. Ooh, this is painful. If you're not a Pisces, you have something in Pisces or in the 12th house. I'm not pushing your buttons, I have a stellium in Pisces. I've been like this kind of real. I could have been, a romantic hero or heroine, just like a little bit like Jane Austen. She shares the exact same south node as me and other romantics back in the 19th century. Love is a fucked up thing because it's not black and white, just like the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. You have many things going on. You have so many, and you deserve you are the person that I'm thinking that you deserve this union of the souls. But I feel that something, the reality is always getting in the way. And you have to acknowledge reality, I think, that you're doing right now, because you feel that you have to pass through all this shit, all this dark night of the soul, to get to the point where you can be lucid about and you're having this, oh shit. You see this? This is a cycle that is ending right now. This is a cycle that is ending and beginning, and you're being a little bit more conscious about what you put out there. You see this? You are waking up to and trying to be a little bit more detached. It's not forgetting your emotions, but I feel that you come with a lot of luggage, emotional baggage, okay? Because how can you align your words with your emotions? It's the exact the same thing as the pile one, but you are still dealing with a lot of frustration, and you are far more idealistic The first one gives everything away, you know, he or she gives everything away and feels burdened. You never step sometimes from the platonic stage of idealizing what a relationship should be. So you feel quite frustrated and angered with yourself and with others. It's just like, fuck it, love, it's a concept, it never existed. I'm the one who's being, you know, fooled over here. So I feel that you are looking to your life, you are acknowledging some certain things, and although I see a conflict going on here, it's going to take a little bit, you know, this is going to take a while for you to manage. But the outcome of this transit is you owning your own desires. I'm going to take two cards for the Ace of Spades and the Ace of Cups, because this is quite something. This is no, I'm not going to take from here. The Norbert Losch, I feel that is way better for this subject, because this is so focused on your energy. Really, you don't see anything in here. So we have the Princess of Swords. You go right to the point, and the Prince of Pentacles. And you have Temperance. You really need balance in your emotions. If not, this is going to get out of hand. You see the Three of Swords. Perhaps you've been, you know, hurt by someone, a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus recently. Or someone has, you know, have certain stellium in the houses, the 6th, the 10th, and the 2nd. Oh my God, I feel that you have been really, really bruised, you know, and you're really sensitive, you're really romantic, and the outcome is you owning your own, you know, your own emotions, your healing, the 10 of Cups. But beware of this 10 of Cups, because if you don't own this, you're going to end up, you know, on ground zero again. Because if you are idealizing and being practical and then meeting another person and you are idealizing all over again, you're going to suffer all over again. You see this, death again, and the Prince of Cups. This is Scorpionic energy as well in the reading. So beware, because I feel that sometimes you really, you're acknowledging that you were perhaps imagining some of the the personal traits of the people that you're involved with. We have the Law in here. We have Liber in here. I don't know if you were married with someone that, you know, and didn't work out, because we have the King of Pentacles as well. We have Serenity, and we have the Guide as well, and the Tree of Life. Okay, in here. So I don't know if there was a divorce with the Law in here and Serenity afterwards, because we have this full moon, but we have the Guide, and the Guide is the last card that, you know, it was taken from the Oracle of the first pile. So I feel that people are getting guidance from their mistakes and they are acknowledging certain things, but this one is quite idealistic. I feel the first one is a giver and an empathic. It's not that you're not an empath, is that you really idealize and idolize people. So you project all these amazing things and you frequently get in conflict. You get in conflict. This can be something that is connected as well with the, perhaps you feel that you are not deserving of something sometimes. Because we have a 5 of Wands, we have the Hangman, and we have the Hermit. It seems like you've been here before, you know. It seems like you've been here before, because this is a cycle that repeats itself. So be very aware of the right now, of the moment right now, the way that you express your feelings, the way that you express your desires. We had in the first pile, we had the Knight Wands over here. And it ended on the Nine of Pentacles. Quite interesting. Had the same card over here. But you are feeling like this really pure person with really pure intentions that really wants that kind of all or nothing relationship, that really passionate, romantic of the movie screen kind of relationship. So that's it, guys. I feel that you're really connected in, perhaps you have a connection with someone that's really difficult, that's awakening these traits that you have on yourself. So this could be as well a King of Wands that is not going to give in to you. Perhaps it's a possibility, but this pile over here, you are mystical, you are an artist or something, that you are an idealistic, a very idealistic person, and the minute that you see a flaw from someone, you get in a confront, in a physical or verbal confrontation, and then you pass that energy into you, and you get into a spiral of self-searching and and soul searching, and trying to figure out why things didn't go the way that you wanted. Perhaps you are those kind of people that really get on a relationship really fast and real soon, and then you get bruised. That's it. So I hope this has been useful and helpful. We're going to the last but not least pile number 3 with the soulmates. This card is just simply amazing. While the Le Mariage Celeste, so they have only matrimony, is for me the unit of both female and male energies. And this card over here, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, because we had temperance, we had 2 temperance cards. So the thing that I feel with this pile is you have to balance your emotions. Okay, you have to simply balance your emotions. And now getting to these cards, the soulmates, is when you have perhaps certain kind of circumstances going on your astral chart, that you have, that perhaps people are your karma. Okay, for me it's like that. People are my karma. And you perhaps are yawning and saying, well, that's stupid, Margarita, but it is. People are my karma. If you have a stellium in a Libra or in the seventh house, for me, what I have to say, it's not only people, it's more specific than that, is that, past life marriages and shit like that you have to deal with, because it's quite frustrating when you feel that you attract people that are not acquainted with their own emotions, and they don't know how to deal with them. And you are here just to help. You are here to help, to move that frustration into really amazing connections and friendships. Okay, so if you have that, this, perhaps you chosen this, and perhaps you have been dealing with that your whole life, and people that you really, oh, okay, from the first look, I get you. I feel that we have a mission in here. That's the kind of this vibration. So we're going to take 6 cards, and I'm not assuming nothing right now, but this card is really from people that you meet all over your life, and that you feel that were in your life for a reason. Perhaps one represented love, the other represented a lesson because it was really painful, but you grew so much from that experience. Okay, so let's see. We're going to drop 6 cards on 2 different columns. So the first one is, we're going to take, a first card is your core energy. Okay, this is the first one, your core energy. Then, what is love for you? What is love? I'm always singing in the 3 different piles. And shout out to Hathaway. The third card is, who am I when I'm in love? The fourth card is, how do you express your feelings? The fifth card is how can I align my words with my emotions? And finally, the sixth card, what's the outcome of this transit? And right now, oh my God, I was seeing this. Okay, the Tower, and we have whoa, lots of pain and resentment. Just hang on it a little bit. I was saying that today we're going to have the solar eclipse in Aries, and joining that we have a new moon in Aries. So right now, having the Venus in Gemini, this is a really scattered energy, and people are talking a lot of things, but perhaps they have to educate the way they talk about feelings. So that's why we are here. So in the first place, we have Five of Cups. Perhaps you're feeling bruised with some relationships, and that's, and have 36, 3 plus 6, it's 9. So perhaps this is the end of a cycle, okay? And perhaps you're trying to, deal with the past. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Magician. Perhaps you're saying goodbye to something or someone, and that's it. Let's see what, this is going to be intense. I was already expecting this because this card often attracts this. Oh my God, this is quite something. They were talking about startings and endings. You're seeing this? Come on. So your core energy is the end of something. You're trying to bury something or the memory of someone. I'm not going to judge anyone on this, because this is just, by looking, it only, the only card that is lacking in here is the Tower and Justice, because you're trying to end something, okay? Because the card that represents the way that you should align your words with your emotions is the Nine of Swords, and this is Mars and Gemini. And we're talking about under the influence of Venus and Gemini, and Mercury is going to be retrograde real soon. So beware of this, okay? Beware of this. Oh my God. So this is it. You're trying to bury the memory of something or someone. I'm going to take a card for this. I already was going to take a card for this. That's it. Okay. This is heavy. Six of Wands again. Oh my God, you're trying to bury or try to get this person back to you. I cannot you're trying to give self-love to you. But at the same time, I see this like a hope or something like that. They have the Nine of Chalices or Cups, and we have all over again. This is love filled with pain. It's just like, okay, it's okay. Don't worry. You're going to be all right. You're going to fulfill your dreams. You're going to get up, real soon. Because what is love to me? The love for you is freedom. I feel this pile is connected to number 2, perhaps. Because we had the Star, and the number 2 could be, connected to number 1. This is kind of like a closed narrative, and the influences are almost the same thing. So the Star for you, this is difficult because you feel that who you are when you are in love and what love is for you is, perhaps you feel that people or someone is always trying to control you. Have the Fool and the 6, and again the 7 of Wands. Oh my God. You feel that you attract genuinely very possessive people. Perhaps you have those kind of Saturnian and Plutonic synastry or composites that are really frustrating. A lot of energy, a lot of attraction, but also a lover of repulsion, okay? So the desire is so big. It's so huge, the desire and attraction, that there are between you and in the chemistry between you and the other person, that it gets frustrating. It doesn't add to anything, it doesn't evolve, and it's really, oh, you have, yeah. So this is the side you have you have this, mean this works like a blockage. Okay, this works like a blockage. And I feel that you often attract people that limit your energy, or you attract people that limit your freedom, because perhaps you have this inner need to belong to someone, but you don't want your freedom to be corrupted. Don't want to be you don't want it to end. Perhaps you want to attract someone that is on the same page as you. That is why you have the star in here. Okay? You can have Moon or Venus in Aquarius or in the 11th house. You love passionately, but you see, you need your independence. Oh shit. You need your independence. You can have Pluto in the 7th house as well. Or you can be from the generation from, born in the 70s, that you have Pluto in Libra. So shit, here I go, okay? All over again. You are ending a cycle with someone, or with 2 or 3 people at the same time, okay? This is too heavy. This core energy, you're trying to bear deep something that already had the first round, the second round, the third round. Oh shit, so many rounds I cannot see it, from down here. So the fourth house now, sorry. The fourth card is, how do you express your feelings? And I feel that you are quite a character, aren't you? You are charming, beautiful. Even if you are a man, you have this really feminine kind of, you know how to attract women to say what they want to hear. And if you are a woman, you are actually quite alluring and really straightforward in your desires, and your lingo is really adapted to all the circumstances and all people that you know. So you are a Knight of Cups. And perhaps, this jealousy and this limitation, often, it's quite a symptom of, people feeling perhaps people feel threatened by our sexuality. It could be that way, because you seem really flighty in your head, and you cut people when they do not meet your, your energy. We have the Queen of Swords, just like, okay, you're not on board, bye, gone for now. So because you know how it goes, the story, the king, the Knight of Cups, it goes in and goes out and enters your life and says bye. So you have to acknowledge your energy of being a very charming, beautiful person. And although you are searching for love, perhaps the thing that you have to align your words with is to be less of a flirtatious character, okay? Because I feel that, sends people off the trail, people that want to have a relationship with you, just like a card over here. Yeah, we have 3 of Cups. The thing that you're sending is that you're only the first option, you only want friendship, or that you perhaps are quite, what's the word, you are I'm failing my words right now, I'm sorry. Or perhaps that you are I'm failing the word, but this has to do with the obvious, a ménage à trois. Perhaps that you are, I'm failing my words. Even in Portuguese, I cannot recall the words under my tongue. It's like you want to have, relationships with several people, or that you attract several people. So you get really anxious because perhaps, you thought that, that connection was going so well, but, the person, it got scared, or she got scared, because They thought, okay, they only want to have fun, or they're kind of like a female Casanova, or it's like a kind of Casanova character that is really flighty and, goes in and goes out. So this creates kind of a problem for you, because you can, you have to rearrange your words. Perhaps you are in the moment, you are quite poetic with your words, and people think, whoa, shit, this is something, we're onto something. And then they caught you in the same situation with another person, and all you wanted was, have, I don't know, a colorful friendship with someone. And perhaps you do, but either way, or you want to reevaluate, the way that you carry yourself in love. Just like, okay, I only want to be, fuck buddies or something like that, and no strings attached. I didn't have, good experiences in the past because people keep playing me, or they're quite, I attract people that are so insecure, just like me, or people that don't want to be in a connection or a relationship. So things, fail because I'm attracting the same energy. So people, they get off the train before this getting even serious, because you have the same thing. You have to work your energy first, and then your words, the way that your energy manifests itself in these words. I think this is the most complex part, because I feel that you have been burnt in the past, because people feel really threatened by your sexuality, because you want to express a desire and you feel in love, but the way that you feel in love, it's not the most conventional one. You don't want marriage, you just want to be with the other person. You don't want children perhaps, but you want to live a kind of inspiring and original life with someone. Okay, so perhaps your style, your communication style gets into other people's nerves, because they feel that they have been underappreciated in some way. Okay, so you're talking to that person the same way you talk to me. What the fuck is going on? This is the Aquarius energy. You are a real humanitarian person, and we have Uranus energy in here as well, the full man. Okay, the outcome of this is you feeling free. Okay, not feeling attached to any of this bullshit, because you're going to start listening to your desires first. Okay, Five of Chalices again, Ace of Swords, and the Emperor. This is the energy of a person going solo, a person being independent, a person that is going to deal with their own blame as well. Okay, perhaps you let people on in the past, and that's why you feel kind of broken, because perhaps you've blown your chances with people, and communication was one hell of a messed up thing to do. Okay, perhaps, I don't know, perhaps you're bisexual, and even if you are a woman, if you're bisexual, and if a man is, well, I'm not into it, well, but you said you liked me. Okay, but not like that. I'll feel really threatened. So I've heard so many stories of women with Moon in Aquarius or Venus in Aquarius. Mainly if they have Moon in Aquarius conjunct Pluto, it's quite, it's major. It's or opposite. Yeah. I have several charts. When you have in a woman's astral chart Mars in Aries, or Mars in Aquarius, or Mars in Sagittarius, or Mars in Leo, they're not submissive, guys. They're not going to be submissive. They're going to have something to say in the bedroom, okay? And guys, you're going to be like, real as Casanovas. The Emperor is this energy of the Casanova, is going to be straight to the point and not sugarcoating anything. After this, I feel that you're going to learn to express your desires. Do you have a dog? perhaps you're only accompanied by, you have the company of your dog, but, or your cat or something like that. Because what I feel in here is that after Venus has gone through this amazing phase, that you're going to be more assertive with your words. You're not going to waste any time, you know, crying over spilled milk of what you could have said to make, you know, someone that is not interested, you know, in you staying. Okay, because you want a non-conventional you have this non-conventional thing about love. You know, the star is distance as well. So perhaps you want just to hang out to someone, have sex, eat a lot of, you know, Italian food, drink wine, see a lot of amazing horror movies, and just, you know, fuck to the end of the night until the sun comes up. You know, it's amazing as well. You don't have to have children to have an amazing relationship with someone. Okay, so that's it. You're going to, now this is amazing, this one, because you're not going to feel the need to explain yourself. Okay, this is going to be, well, I'm just like this, I'm just like this, and I'm not going to take shit from anyone. Okay, and this is an amazing reading, because if you're this kind, that, you know, that you attract kind of karmic situations into your life, perhaps the need to put boundaries and, you know, thinking yourself first with this Emperor card is going to be huge, and it's going to change your life. You know, the deserts, health, and Le Monde en Fondre, that's kind of the collapse word. This is a tower. I feel that you're going to feel at first a little bit alone. Oh yeah, you're going to feel at first a little bit alone, but this is going to be ultimately the best thing. Oh, and the guide as well for your health. Okay, we have the Revolution in here and a feminine energy. So yeah, I feel that I'm reading for a very specific person, perhaps a woman between her 30s and her 60s, if it is. Okay, this is not a pile for someone in her 20s or teenagers. Okay, it's not. Okay, that's it. And this feels like a pile to me of a woman that knows herself, and perhaps is an Aquarius, or have position or have some Venus or Moon in Aquarius, or Mars in Aquarius, and doesn't take shit from anyone, you know, from now on. That's it. Okay, so I hope this was useful for you guys. I'm going to develop another spread, another tarot spread for Mercury retrograde in Taurus. So see you soon. Bye.